Good morning. I didn't get a wink sleep last night. A wink sleep? A wink of sleep. Wink. I don't know the term, but it's something to do with sleep and wink. In other words, I didn't sleep much because I kept hearing all this noise, all this animal activity outside my tent, and I've got no idea what it was. But Keebler yesterday saw 2 bears. I managed to get some footage of one, so I'm going to try and get that off him so I can show you what he saw. But I didn't see any bears. But we were parked on the boundary of the forest where you have to have your bear canisters because of all the bears and all that kind of stuff. So we were just over that, so we didn't need them. But all I kept thinking was, these bears don't know where these boundaries are. And if I was a bear, I would sit at that boundary knowing that these hikers didn't need to have their bear canisters and things anymore. So we were all like sitting there thinking all these bears are just going to be waiting for us. But oh, I think I got to sleep maybe about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then it was 10 o'clock at night that they started walking around and making all these sounds, and right by the tent as well I heard it. And at one point I sat upright and I was peeking out because I didn't have my rain fly on, and I saw this animal kind of going past, and it went round the back of this boy's tent, and I was just like, oh no, what is it, what is it? So all night I felt like I was on high alert. So I didn't sleep much, needless to say. But we are heading to Old Station this morning because one of us has got a package there, and they've got breakfast at a cafe nearby. So I'm hoping to get some avocado on toast and some real coffee, so that'll be nice. And then what we're going to do is just do more this afternoon than what we'd normally do, because tomorrow or the day after we then go into Bernie as well, because I've got a package there. So we didn't time this very well, but it'll be good. It means we get coffee twice. I can honestly say that this section has got to be the nicest bit of trail on the entire PCT so far. It is absolutely glorious. I've been hiking without my poles this morning. I've done over 3 miles in 1 hour. It's just cool, it's shaded, oh my goodness. If the whole PCT was like this, I could have done it in 4 months. But it has been a gorgeous morning. We've got all the sunlight coming through all the trees, making everything look all magical like. And the trail, oh, let me just show you, it is just so easy to walk on. So this is the sign to say that you've got to turn left to go to Old Station, but if you don't, you carry on the PCT on that side. But we are going left today. We got to Old Station, picked up the package, and then went down 4 miles further north to JJ Cafe, which I will highly recommend. It was such a great place to stay for a little while. They do a vegan burger. They do two different types actually. They do a black bean one, which is spicy, and a normal one, which is like a soya and mushroom based one. And I had the black bean one and it was gorgeous, so I had that with some fries and some coffee. And we stayed there a lot longer than planned because the Wi-Fi is so fast. And I know that's not my reason for hiking the PCT, but I've had so many videos sitting on my phone waiting to upload because the reception has been so bad in the last few places. So I got loads of video uploaded. We left a bit later and we have hiked up to this little spot here. We were going to do another 5 miles from here, but we have decided to stay because behind me is a view of Lassen Peak. So that's going to be our last view of Lassen Peak. And in front of me, which I'll show you in a second as the sun is setting, we have our first views of Mount Shasta, which is where we are heading to, which we should get to in maybe 4 or 5 days if we keep up this mileage. So we just thought it's absolutely beautiful up here. So we have decided to camp up here and set off super early in the morning for our first ever 30 mile day. So we're going to get up, I think about 3:30 in the morning and leave about 4:30, 4 o'clock. And do 30 miles tomorrow, which will be great, and that will get us into Burnie. So that is the plan, and it has been a really strange afternoon because when we left and started climbing up, it was just like being in the desert again. We were actually looking out for snakes, saw lots of little lizards running around. It was so strange, and it was so hot as well. It was unbelievably hot. We were quite surprised considering we left at about 3:30ish, so it was quite late. And it was nice, but all the scenery is completely different again. It just changes all the time here, it really does. So I'm going to show you some of the views before the sun sets completely, and I'll be getting up very early in the morning.